Once upon a time in a green valley, nestled between hills, was a farm. Now this was no ordinary farm. This farm grew the biggest, juiciest carrots in the whole wide world. Farmer Joe, the farmer, was a kindly man who shared his delicious carrots with everyone in the valley, and so everyone loved him and his carrots. But our story is not about Farmer Joe or his carrots. Oh no. Our story is about two mischievous rabbits who lived in the warren near the farm. They were brother and sister, and their names were Benny and Luna. Now Benny was a brave rabbit, perhaps a tad clumsy, but brave nonetheless. And Luna was the brains of the operation, quick-witted and always had a plan. Together they made a great team. In fact, they were known as the best carrot thieves in the valley. One night, under the pale glow of the silver moon, Benny and Luna met their friend, Grumpy Mole, at their usual midnight meeting spot.
Ah!
A hole in the fence close to the prize-winning carrots, she whispered Benny excitedly.
Ah!
These are the biggest carrots I've ever seen, but Luna wasn't as impressed. Something feels off tonight, she said, her ears twitching nervously. Just then, a loud rustling came from the nearby cornfield. Both rabbits froze. Suddenly, Grumpy Mole popped up beside them. "TCH, dumb bunnies," he said. "That's no ordinary scarecrow out there." He pointed his stubby finger towards the cornfield. "What are you doing here, then?" asked Benny, his nose still twitching. And that's when a pair of glowing eyes appeared in the darkness. The cornstalks rustled, and a figure stepped forward. It was a scruffy fox with a limp. Well, he rasped. "The Warren twins heard you were the best carrot thieves in the valley," and he puffed out his chest. "We prefer midnight harvesters," he said proudly. Luna said, narrowing her eyes. "What do you want, Shadow?" The name came easily to Benny and Luna. Everyone in the valley feared this creature, who only ever appeared under the cloak of darkness. "Team up," the Shadow said, his voice raspy. "I know a secret way into the greenhouse where the golden carrots grow." Gasps escaped the rabbits' mouths. Golden carrots. Who didn't know about the legend of the golden carrots? They were said to be as big as a rabbit's head and tasted like liquid sunshine. "All right," said Luna, thinking quickly. "But how do we get past Farmer Joe's motion sensors?" Shadow grinned, revealing a missing canine tooth. "Ah, Grumpy Mole. The tunnel dweller knows every inch of this farm underground. Right, Grumpy?" The mole grumbled something under his breath, but started digging furiously with his claws. Soon they were all crawling through a tunnel. As the animals passed by, Luna sniffed the air. "Benny," she whispered, "these carrots smell funny."
Ow.
Before Benny could reply, the Shadow suddenly barred the exit. "Because they're trapped, little fools," he cackled. "Farmer Joe pays good money for rabbit pelts." Steel traps snapped shut where the rabbits had been standing a moment before. The Shadow laughed, but it came out as a cough. Benny noticed his friend's trembling paws and drooping ears. "You're sick," he exclaimed. The Shadow coughed again, splattering saliva onto the ground. "Winter's coming," he rasped. "Needed medicine money." No one said a word, and Luna hopped closer to the fox. She dug up a glowing orange root from near the traps. "Wild ginger," she said. "Cures fox fever better than any carrot money." Grumpy Mole looked grudgingly impressed. "Hep he," said. "Knew those big ears were good for something." The Shadow hesitated, then took the root with shaking paws. "Thank you," he whispered. As dawn broke and Farmer Joe's alarm sounded, the animals made their escape. As they ran, the Shadow called after them. "You have more honor than I do." And with that, he disappeared into the tall grass. Benny turned to Luna, a grin on his face. "Stealing makes you sneaky," he said, "but sharing makes you family." And that, dear friends, is the story of how the Warren twins and the Grumpy Mole outsmarted the Shadow and maybe, just maybe, saved his life. If you liked this story, stay tuned for more.